Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to our final Squid Game reaction. Alright, we're about to jump into episode 9. This is the finale, the end of the road. You guys know that I felt a little traumatized after the end of the last episode. Not as traumatized as I was after episode 6, but still pretty traumatized. I have some things that I'm hoping will happen in this finale. I think some are more likely to happen than others are a little more far-fetched, but I'd really hope that Gi-hun wins and that he gets out of there with the money and he's able to, you know, support everyone, his mother, you know, whatever happens with his daughter, and also her little brother, get him out of the children's home, you know, everything that we'd hope would happen there. I think that's probably the most likely to some degree out of the things I hope for, though it probably won't all be happy and straightforward because nothing in the show is. I hope also that we find out more about the front man and why the hell he would come back and participate in this after he was a winner. You know, why wouldn't he just take his money and go live his life? Why would he come back and then do this with other people? I really want our police officer hero friend to be alive and to come back, but I don't know how likely it is that we'll see that. I don't know if there's plans for a second season. If there was, that seems like the sort of cliffhanger that they might carry over, leave hanging there as to show up as a surprise then, if you know what I mean. But who knows? We have to see what happens in this episode before we even get that far. And then, of course, I hope the VIPs all die, because they're terrible. That's probably the least likely to happen, but that's the one, honestly, that I want the most. But yeah. Alright, guys, so I'm excited, nervous. It's been quite a wild ride watching this show, so let's jump into the finale, episode 9 of Squid Game. This time, I mean, this would make the most sense, right? Return to what it showed at the beginning, and the title would be the final game. Oh, jeez.
세모와 네모 중 선택하세요.
세모.
It was a little jab back to the umbrella incident.
세모입니다. 공격과 수비 중 선택하세요.
공격.
456번.
He's mad.
218번 수비.
기억나? 여기 지나면 뭐라고 했는지? 쓸데없는 소리 하지 말고. 어명어사. 어명어사라고 했어.
It's raining. Oh god. Let's make it more dramatic.
어차피 죽을 애였어.
Yeah, so why not let... Oh. Is that really your motive?
함부로 짓거리지 마.
Come on.
살아있었고 살릴 수 있었어. 그래서 죽인 거야. 형이 그런 인간이라서. 그를 살리겠다고 다 포기할 수도 있는 인간이라서. 그거면 내가 게임을 그만둘까 봐? 그래! 형이랑 걔랑 둘이 그만두면 다 끝나니까. 돈도 없이 그냥 여기서 나가야 되니까.
Oh, the 2 versus 1 vote? They could have voted.
난 그때 이카에 죽었어. 그 돈, 난 절대 여기서 가지고 못 나가.
Oh my god! Honestly, there's no way he did it. There's no way.
안 해. 그만두겠어.
Right here at the very edge of victory.
No fucking way. 정우야.
어릴 때 형이랑 이러고 놀다 보면 꼭 엄마가 밥 먹으라고 불렀는데 이제는 아무도 안 부른대.
가자. 집에 가자.
형 미안해.
내가 왜 말하지 마. 우리 엄마.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I did not see the Sangwoo redemption arc coming here. Yes. Why the fuck do you do this, previous winner?
정말 좋아하시죠?
Oh my god. Don't
당신은
even.
말입니다.
Don't.
경마장의 말. 의외였어요. 당신은 얼마 달리지 못할 줄.
Oh my god. So he's got the money, but look at him. Look at him. It wasn't worth it. He's totally broken. He had to like participate in the deaths of all these people, watch people that he came to be attached to and care about die horribly. Like, see the callousness of human nature?
됐어 됐어. 돈 있으면 엄마 갖다 드려. 딴 데 쓰지 말고.
He has enough money now for all of you.
기훈아. 저 요즘 상우랑 연락한 적 없지? 아니다. 들어가.
My god.
나 동료로 왔어.
What? What? That's what the old man called him in the marble game. Please don't tell me. Please don't fucking tell me. Don't tell me this. I'm not gonna... No, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Was he the person... Okay, was he the person behind all of this shit? And he was just pretending to be a contestant? Oh my fucking god. And he was just pretending to be a contestant? Well, we didn't see him die, did we? Oh my god.
아무도 도와주는 사람이 없어.
왜 그런 짓을 한 거예요?
자네라면 어쩌겠?
대답해! 왜 그런 짓을 했어?
가던 길을 멈추고 저 냄새나는 인간 쓰레기를 도와주겠나?
너 누구야? 왜 날 살려준 거야?
나랑 게임 한 번 더 하자.
What?
사정까지 저 사람이 그대로 있으면 내가 누군가 저 사람을 도와주면 자네가 이기는 거야. 사람을 믿나? 그 일을 겪고도
왜 날 찾은 거지?
자네가 상금은 손도 대지 않고 그대로 산다고 들었어. 죄책감 같은 건가? 돈이 하나도 없는 사람과 돈이 너무 많은 사람의 공통점이 뭔 줄 아나? 사는 게 재미가 없다는 거야.
Are you kidding? Are you about to say you did this for
돈이
fun?
너무 많으면은 아무리 뭘 사고 먹고 마셔도 결국 좀 재미가 있을까?
재미로 그런 짓을 시켰다고?
자네가
I mean, that is what he said, right?
나는 아무에게도 게임을
But you knew that they were desperate for money. If you actually wanted to help people, you could have just given them money.
다시 돌아오잖아.
왔어. 사람이 왔어.
Yes!
여철이구나. 누나를 많이 닮았네.
아저씨, 우리 누나 알아요?
아저씨, 누나 친구야.
그럼 우리 누나 어디 있는지 알아요?
아이고, 이름이 아주 남자답네. 생긴 것도 아주 씩씩하게 생겼고.
부탁드리겠습니다.
그래, 나 먹는 상에 그냥 내 밥숟가락 하나 더 얹으면 돼. 걱정하지 말고 잘 다녀와.
Trip. Oh, yeah.
기훈아. 기훈아.
가영아, 아빠가 도착하면 다시 전화할게. 아빠도 사랑해.
Oh my god. He sees it happening again! He sees them setting up for the next game!
사람이야. 그래서 궁금해. 너희들이 누군지. 어떻게 사람에게 이런 짓을 할 수 있는지.
456번. 허튼 생각하지 마.
그래서 난 용서가 안 돼. 너희들이 하는 짓이.
그 비행기를 타. 그게 당신한테 좋을 거야.
How they're gonna end it. Okay, guys, that was it. That was the finale, episode 9, the conclusion of Squid Game. I have a lot of feelings about this. Okay, so only one of the things that I wanted to happen sort of happened. I just sort of. Okay, so he won. He eventually ended up taking care of everybody's family members and bringing them together in such a way that different people could take care of each other. Although it was too late for his mom and his daughter's already gone, and, you know, he just made a choice at the end to basically continue not being a great part of her life and possibly, you know, ever. But he took care of the people that he could, and gave the money. There was a bit of a redemption arc for Sang-woo, which was also nice, and I did not see that coming. The fact that he was willing to kill himself. I partially believe that, like, it all comes back, right, to the reason that he was there was his mother. Like, he wasn't there because of his own life and debt. He was there because of what his life and debt was going to do to his mother. So he couldn't just quit the game. He couldn't just quit the game at the end there and both agree. They'd both live, but then no one would get the money and everybody else would have died for nothing. So his ultimate choice there was, I can kill myself, and then, you know, my friend will survive, and I know that he's a good person. Like he said, I knew you were the kind of person that would try to leave in order to save her when she was dying. He knows that he would be the kind of person that could use that money to take care of his mom and other people. And so he made the sacrifice for ultimately the same reason that he made every choice, for the same reason that he killed everybody else. So I'm going to say it's not like a total redemption arc because his motives didn't really change, but he could have, I guess, tried to keep fighting in such a way that maybe he alone could have won. I mean, he was really injured, so it was unlikely, but I guess it was possible. He could have, like, tricked him into thinking that he was going to call it off and agree and then just stab him at the end instead, but he didn't. What he did was he could have saved his own life at the expense of the money, but what he showed was that the whole thing was about him and his relationship with his mother more than anything else. So it's kind of a redemption arc, kind of not a redemption arc, but it does like shed some more serious light on his character's reasons for keeping going, which aren't that different from a lot of the other characters who had already died, you know, in terms of a family member that you feel like you have to keep going, you have to win the money for, even if it means your death. He did a lot of fucked up shit. But he did it out of desperation and out of love for family members. And that's unfortunately what it was with a lot of the people there who we lost along the way. I don't know how I feel about the ending that they set up there, where it seems like he's gonna try and take down the organization. Like, on the one hand, I think that's cool and all, but on the other, like, unless he took all the rest of his money out of that account and just has it in cash like he did with the chunk that he gave to Sang-woo's mom, like, they could just shut his money off at any time. And they're clearly still monitoring him, since they knew that he was on the verge of getting on a plane. You know, they're clearly still watching everything that he's doing. They clearly have still a ton of resources, financial, in terms of personnel, weapons, a fucking island. So I don't know, like, what he's really gonna be able to do. Like, how it's not like he can prove any of this. He doesn't have evidence other than the money being in his account. The only evidence was what the police officer had, and we don't know if any of that succeeded in getting out, and even if it did, if they'd be able to cover that up. So I'm not sure how this sort of quest of his would actually work in any way, shape, or form, or if he's just gonna, like, basically be setting himself up to get killed and going down in, like, a righteous fury, which I guess, I mean, there's some honor in that. In saying, I'm not just gonna sit back and let this continue without trying to do something. Even if I don't succeed, I can't just let it go. Yeah. The old man being the one behind the whole thing, that... I was so mad. I mean, I get it. It even aligns with the character that he was presenting himself to be overall, because he did have the brain tumor. He was dying. He was just trying to have fun in the end, even though his fun was way more fucked up than we thought. It wasn't just about him being with people playing childhood games and feeling that old camaraderie, and it wasn't just about him wanting to go out in a way where he had some experience at the end. It was also, his fun came from, you know, watching other people kill each other and dying, and his fun came from organizing this for years with a bunch of other super rich people, sickos that can't get joy out of life any other way. He seemed like he was trying to prove a point with the homeless man about, like, you can't trust anyone anyway. People will always ignore those who are more downtrodden, so I don't know, I guess his point is that the world is just as cutthroat out there as it is in the games, so what's the difference? And that, at least with the games, I'm giving you a chance to come out with it with some money at the end, and that's not something a lot of people have in the real world, so basically the same justification that the front man tried to make episodes ago. But yeah, the fact that he put himself in the games and got close to them is the only reason that Gi-hun is still alive. Like he said, he let him win with the marbles. He faked dementia issues so that Gi-hun could take advantage of him and win the game, but he made that happen. And then he gave him that last marble. He chose to let him keep going. So if he hadn't played in the game, I mean, maybe Gi-hun would have died at some point. Not made it to the end, but... And ultimately he did that because he had fun with him, and he felt like they had a good relationship, friendship going on in that fucked up world that he built. which is just so messed up. Just so messed up. It's just so difficult because he says the things about what do people with no money and people with like all the money in the world have in common, that they find no fun in life, they have no joy, no fun in life at all. But if you have all the money in the world and you have no fun or joy in life at all, that's your own fucking fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you like have no fun or joy in life to the extent that you can only get fun or joy in life by watching other people die scrambling desperately for money just so that they can survive, no. That's not about you being super rich. That's about you being a fucked up psychopath. Yeah. So I don't want to hear that justification. Yeah. I was so pissed. I thought it was, I did think it was a cool touch at the end where they showed them continuing it and he sees the slap game happening again, and that's what kind of gets him back into the situation. Shouldn't be a surprise that it's continuing. It's seemingly gone on for years and years. I wish the VIPs had died. None of them died. Damn it. I wish that the police officer had still been alive, but, you know, I do think, actually, after watching this, what I said before watching it, about how we didn't see his body and everything, and that maybe, you know, if there was a second season, theoretically, he could come back as, like, a surprise. That could, I guess, make sense if there was a second season about trying to, like, bring them down or whatever, and that's what Gi-hun was doing, and then the police officer survived and, like, they somehow meet up or whatever, that potentially, but who even knows, man? Who knows? I wanted more information on the frontman. It seemed like they kind of started to delve into it slightly when Gi-hun was asking him questions about why do you do this? Why are you here? Why are you a part of this? And but he doesn't know that he was a past winner, so he doesn't come in with that context, that information that we have, that makes that question even more pressing. And he just said that shit about betting on horses, but that very much contradicts what he said the few episodes ago about this is the only fair world and giving people a chance and blah 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 blah, where it seemed like he was more indoctrinated. So I still want to know why he made that choice to come back, because he could be just out there with a little card of his own, spending money all the time and having all the money he could ever need and not come back and be a part of it, but he chose to for whatever reason. And I still want to know. I do think it's interesting to be able to use him and Gi-hun as comparisons as previous winners and see, like, look what happened to him. He, I guess, went fully on board, embraced it, and then became a part of the system, a higher up in it himself. And then Gi-hun has a literal mental breakdown and, like, won't even touch any of the money and interact with people and, like, hates himself, hates the world, has PTSD clearly, because of what he feels about what he saw and did and participated in. And then, you know, later when he starts to come around a little bit, it's only with the intent of helping out other people whose family members were lost in the games, and then, you know, wanting to destroy the games. But yeah, I think it was a good ending. It was definitely an interesting way of wrapping it up. I thought the series as a whole was fantastic. They did a great job with the characters. You know, it's not just like a typical sort of murder game sort of situation. You really got attached to these individual characters and learned their motivations, and the different relationships between them had so deep significance. There was a lot of growth over time and changes. Yeah, it was a very well done series. I'm not totally satisfied with the ending, as you guys can see from the things I'm saying, but I still also think it was a good ending, if that makes sense. I'm not necessarily happy with some of the choices made by characters, but that doesn't mean those aren't the right choices for them to make in the context of the show. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. Like, I would wish for things to happen somewhat differently because I care about the characters and want it to be better and I want the VIPs to die, but that doesn't mean that that is the rational way that the show should have ended. So, yeah. I really enjoyed watching this. It definitely had a big impact on me. Yeah, I'm still a little traumatized, but Ollie, I'm sorry this happened to you. You were too good for this world. Alright, I think I've babbled on long enough here, guys, so I'm gonna wrap this up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed these reactions. I hope that you enjoyed Squid Game, and, you know, tell your friends. I feel like this is a show that everyone I know who's watched it has been entertained, so, but, alright. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.